viewer, you're welcome to another inspiring edition of your favorite TV program, Zeal'S TV Experience, where we talk about topical issues affecting our societies and the world at large. It's very informative, educating, and interactive. Today on your favorite TV program, we will be considering a very important topic such as why do women don't support their fellow women. It might interest you to know that a woman will stand all out to support a man, but when it has to do with the female counterpart, it's a big no in some cases though. Yeah, so today we're going to be talking on that. With me to throw more light on this important topic is a very wonderful personality in person of a very wonderful and a beautiful lady, which I admire so much. And I'll catch you after the break. You're welcome back to Zeal'S TV Experience. With me on the hot seat today is one beautiful lady I admire so much in person of Miss Smart Adams. You're welcome to the studio, ma.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I hope you're good.
Pretty much.
Okay, let's move straight to the point. Does it bother you that in our today's society, women tend to support men more than themselves? Like, for instance, now, some days back, my female friend was in support of one guy to win something. I think he was contesting for something. And then she went all out to make sure that the guy won. But when it has to do with another female, like when it has to do with the female counterpart, our folks, you understand, they tend to withdraw back. They don't want to support you. What do you think would cause that?
Well, I think a lot of things would most definitely cause that. We would come from insecurities to jealousy to lack of understanding to lack of love. A lot of too many things would cause it. But then back to your question, does it bother me? It doesn't just bother me, it freaks me out.
Okay.
It seriously, I think every time I have the opportunity to talk to women, to talk to ladies, to talk to girls, I always re-emphasize that the problem women have is not men. The problem women have is other women.
Other women, yeah.
That's the truth. And as much as other women won't even accept it, they won't agree to it, you are allowed to have your opinion. But when I am being practical, I would prove to anybody who cares to listen that women do not support women. No, I wouldn't generalize it, though, but majority of women will not support another woman.
What do you think would cause this? Over time, what do you think would cause this?
Let me take first insecurities. You know, this whole she's better than me, she wants to prove to everybody that she's better,
good.
she's good, and all of that comes up. That is insecurities. I tell ladies, the moment you realize that you are looking over your shoulder to make sure that another woman is not way ahead of you, or you feel bad that another lady is not in front of you, you have serious insecurity issues to deal with.
Yeah, sure.
And when you look at another lady with so much disdain and so much anger, that's serious jealousy. And you need to take care of it. But aside that, there are a lot of other things. And most importantly on that list would be lack of self-belief. 80% of the women I have met in my line of, let's say, unionism or maybe job and career, 80% of them usually do not believe in themselves. So they find it intimidating and annoying that another lady believes so much in herself that she would go on to do the things they really would just fantasize about doing. You know, in your mind you believe that I could be, for instance, when I was in the university, I used to think that it's not just normal for ladies to aspire to be second-class citizens. It's not right that you think you can only aspire to be the vice president or the deputy of anything, of any department and all of that, or maybe come back to the parliament where my major interest was in. You don't want to be the speaker of the parliament, you want to be the deputy speaker, or you just want to be the clerk of the house or the chief whip. You just want to be second-class citizen. I have problems with that. And when it comes to that direction, I tell people you have serious self-love to build for yourself as an individual. And so when I went on to contest for Speaker of the Parliament, Faculty of Art, University of U, I had my position was a guy. And then unfortunately, everybody in that parliament
supported him.
we're all guys. They didn't
Wow.
even support him, they were guys.
Okay.
And the only other female was from foreign languages department, just
Okay.
one. So we had 9 house members, 2 were female, the rest were guys.
Okay.
But fortunately for me, I think I played my cards well,
Well.
and he had only 2 votes.
Wow.
So I turned the table for him. Now, because when I was announced as a winner, people were like,
They were surprised, like
a
a
woman
lady.
speaker in the faculty.
Like first
You get-
ever, they've not
But
seen it before.
it is till date, I think it's still that way in
Okay.
faculty, about the entire University of U. So most times when I look at ladies, I think they need to do a lot of self-belief, a lot of good self-esteem building. Because I stand out in front of people, unfortunately for them, you will tell me little or nothing that will make me not believe that I can do what I want to do.
At all.
Nothing. So even when I doubt that someone looks better than I do, someone dresses better than I do, something inside me will still tell me, oh,
you.
smart Adams, come on. Really? Really?
Now that's another aspect. That means your self-esteem is very high.
Yeah, but you know, there is a thin line between having a good self-esteem
Okay.
and being proud.
Okay.
That's what most ladies don't realize. There is a thin line between having a good self-esteem. A good self-esteem in the sense that you believe in yourself, you know you can achieve it if you work towards it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to pride, you see every other person to be totally useless except yourself. Now, when we talk about self-belief, self-esteem, means everybody, you see other people as human beings that can achieve their own things and anything they want to put out. But you also know that in the midst of other people achieving,
And you're still
you
good.
can do it. You
Yeah.
understand? But when it comes to pride now, everybody else doesn't matter. It has to be you and you alone. And that's the problem so many women have.
Looking at today's society, what would you say is the effect of these women not supporting their fellow? What would you say is the effect in today's society in our female, like when it has to do with the female? What do you think is the effect on ourselves, like as a woman? What do you think is the effect of that?
Well, it was spun a long way to us never having women in places of authority, towards never having women stand out, towards never achieving the whole 35 or 50% given to women and all of that. It will go a long way. Because truth is, the moment you are intimidated by a fellow woman, and I tend to ask the question, like, what happens with the guys? What happens with the men? Because when I look at men support other guys, when I look at men mentor other men, I feel bad that we do not have, in the entire Akwa Ibom state, for instance, I haven't seen one woman who would outrightly tell me she's mentoring a younger girl. In any field.
That's true, that's
in
true.
any field of work, in any career, none. I could go from top to least. None. You see, and then when this happens, you tend to look at the futuristic tendencies of what's happening today.
And the effects of our next generation.
At the end of the day, you are flourishing as an OAP, and then you've literally not brought up anybody to do anything you have done. So at the long run of it, when you are old and aged,
and you can't do that anymore.
You can't do it anymore. You now give that space over to other guys who have mentored young men to take up that position. Truth be told, nobody is indispensable
at all,
because whatever you can do, some other person can do it. It only matters when you leave the same thoughts you believe, and everything you know, the same knowledge, into someone else who would most likely
do better.
Try as much as possible to do better than you did. You get, but that's what's lacking. At the long run of it, I think we may just have women struggle to stand out. And in looking at the society today, when you struggle too much to stand out with literally nobody pushing you, you get tired.
You get tired.
So we may most likely never have women stand out in places of authority. We may most likely never have women stand out in business. We most likely never have women stand out at all, because when this crop of women finish their job,
there's no other person.
There is nobody else to take over. But to an extent, on the other hand, I tend to tell girls, you see, you cannot wait for them to hand everything over to you. You have to work hard
and stand up for yourself.
You have to work hard to get what you want. At my age, I think I have more than 15 mentees that are female.
Wow.
More than 15 mentees that are female at my age. So you have literally no excuse
At all.
no excuse at all not to have a mentee. But well, you cannot also blame them anyway. Some of our girls haven't made it any easier on that. No, I try to be rational when I make a suggestion. Most of our girls haven't made it any easy for them.
Okay.
But then if you are supposed to mentor someone, you're supposed to do that knowing that mentoring is a risk.
Okay. That's nice. Thank you. What's your take-home word for our viewers out there who've been listening, who've been watching us? What's your take-home word for them?
You see, life is not going to give you anything. Truth be told,
Okay.
it's a struggle. It don't give you anything. You have to earn your sport. You have to work for it, and you have to make the best use of it. It's not going to come in easy, but when you earn it, you work for it, you'll value it.
And then what's your final advice to our young girls out there and even the people that are supposed to mentor us? What's your advice for them?
Let me start with the supposed mentors.
Okay.
You see, I need you to think about what's going to happen after your time on earth. I need you to think about your daughters. I need you to think about your nieces. I need you to think about your female the daughters around you.
Okay.
Would you want them to be totally non-existent or blown into oblivion because you refuse to mentor them?
Okay.
If your answer is yes, then fine.
Okay.
If your answer is no, you've got serious work to do. Nothing can also take away the place of loyalty in learning, and nothing can take away the place of diligence in learning. If you don't have these three things, you cannot even succeed as a human being, let alone succeed as a woman. Someone once said in one of his books that it is already, I think it was Chimamanda who said it, it's already a struggle to be a woman. It is more struggle to be an African woman.
Wow.
It is extreme struggle to be a Nigerian woman.
Now that's in very...
No, at that point, I'd love to add my own. It is work to be an Akam woman.
Wow.
So if you cannot earn your spot in life, you will never get it.
Thank you very much. I must say I've learned a whole lot from you. Thank you.
All right, that has been the size for today's program on Zeal'S TV Experience. We return next week bigger, better, and stronger. And remember, Judge Patton said, if everyone is thinking the same thing, then actually no one is thinking. From all of us in the studio today, we say thank you and God bless you.